Hi guys, this is Aswin, Send Ahead Santa International Academy. Today we are going to look at some common errors made by IELTS students during speaking and writing. These errors are more than enough to reduce your band score. So let's get it out of the system. The first expression that I would like to share with you guys is I have a doubt. What is I have a doubt? I know when we want some clarification related to something, or when we have a question related to somebody or what somebody has told us, that is when we use the term I have a doubt. But have you ever tried that on a native English speaker? Because they don't say that. Or in other words, they use the word doubt very differently. For example, let's say I am a great fan of Sachin Tendulkar and I say that Sachin Tendulkar is the greatest cricket player. And some other guy says, no, Don Bradman is the greatest cricket player. Then I can say, I doubt that. This means I'm not so sure about that, or I don't agree with what he says. That is how you use I have a doubt. If you need some clarification related to what somebody has told you or what somebody has said, the expression that you should ask or you should use is I have a question and not I have a doubt. So that is the first common error that we have been using for a very, very long time. The next one is something really funny. The next one is return back, reply back, and revert back. Let me ask you one thing. What is the meaning of the word return, reply, and revert? That action is already conveyed. For example, you are going somewhere and you return, that means this happened. And when you say return back, it is called redundancy. You are using the same word twice. It's like return. So please avoid that. Even when you say reply, you don't have to say reply back. When you say reply, the meaning is conveyed. Another one, the third one for the day is I did a mistake. What is a mistake? A mistake is something that you do without any intention. If you do that with an intention, it is called a crime, not a mistake. So you cannot actually do a mistake. What you can do is make a mistake. I know many of us have that tendency to say, I did a mistake. It is because of our mother tongue influence, because in our mother tongue, did, make, commit, all of them have the same word. So this phenomenon is called collocation, which is something really important in English, because you cannot say English the way you say your native language. You have to follow some words. Some words are followed by some words only. And mistake is always accompanied with make. And the expression goes like made a mistake or I make a mistake. Good? Moving on to the next one. This is something I have heard something I hear very often. Many of my students say this. When I ask them to introduce themselves, what they say is, I live here only. Or let's say, I am from Kochi only. Or let's say, I am from Chennai only. I know what you're trying to say, but we are in your place. You don't have to say, I am in Kochi only. That when you say you are in Kochi or you are from Kochi, I understand that what you are from that place. And you don't have to say I live in Kochi only. That only is another influence from the mother tongue that you need to get it out of the system. The fourth one is something really necessary in this modern era, is the prepositions associated with things like YouTube, WhatsApp, Facebook, Internet, Google, and all. Many of us have a tendency to say, I messaged you in WhatsApp. I messaged you in WhatsApp. Let me correct you there. anything with a screen, okay, anything with a screen, the preposition is on and not in. So it is on YouTube. I saw that video on YouTube. I texted you on WhatsApp. If you look at the history of the preposition, let's say first screen was on the wall, right, like on the wall, and the preposition for anything on the wall was on the wall. So that on the screen, because screen was first placed on the wall, and that's how that preposition came into existence, even to YouTube, WhatsApp, Google, and everything. And it is not in. If you are saying in, then you are wrong. Next one is something really funny, if you ask me. Next one is called pass out. I passed out in 2015. I passed out engineering. What is passed out? Have you ever thought, when you want to say passed out, if you say that to a native English speaker, what they understand is you fell unconscious. That is the meaning of the word pass out. Only a UK military, when you pass a military course, that is the only scenario when you can use pass out to show that what your meaning is graduated. For a normal people, for a normal man, for a normal person, you can't say I passed out from. The meaning I get, I always imagine this in my head when somebody tells me that they passed out in 2016. The image that comes to my mind is they fell down, they fell unconscious. Some people came and took them out of the college. No, that is not passed out. So use words like I graduated in 2016 or I completed my course in 2016. They are better than, far better than passed out. The next point is most of the people versus most people. I have seen many of my students using most of the in a wrong context. You use most of the, for example, most of the people or most of the students or most of the children. When you say like that or when you write like that, you have to be more specific. What I mean is, when you say most of the people, you have to specify, okay, people from which area. It's like the sentence goes like most of the people in my locality, or most of the people in India, or most of the students in my school, most of the children in my school. Unless and until you mention that specific area or sector, there is no use in using most of the. And if you want to express things in a more general way, you should always say most people. There you don't have to be specific, you just have to say most people believe that internet is a necessary evil. Or most students think that. Now you are addressing to the whole world. You are not being any specific. So remember, next time when you use most of the, you have to be very specific. The last one for today's session is marriage versus wedding. Okay, what is the difference between marriage versus wedding? For that, let me give you two images. Okay, the first one is my marriage was a disaster. The second one is my wedding was a disaster. So when I say my wedding was a disaster, the image that comes to my mind is everybody running around, heavy burst of rain, downpour, and let's say I fell from the stage, something like that. It is about the day, the wedding day. But when I say my marriage was a disaster, it's about that the fight with my wife that ended up in a divorce. So it is that difference is there between marriage and wedding. So when you say you are going for a marriage or it's your friend's marriage, that expression is wrong, because that is wedding. That ceremony is wedding and it's not marriage. So you are going for a wedding and not going for a marriage. Remember this when you say marriage or wedding next time. So that's for the day. I hope the session was informative. This is Aswin from Santa International Academy. Stay tuned for more videos. Bye.